Hey everybody, I'm Brandon Alter. This is your tarot forecast for the week of September 12th, 2019. And the card that we are working with this week, this third or fourth week of Virgo season, is the Four of Wands, which I think is really interesting because last week we were working with the Eight of Wands reversed, and now we've cut that in half. We've come to the Four of Wands. So fours in the tarot are foundational. This is a great card. No one's going to tell you otherwise. The Four of Wands is a beautiful satisfaction of a foundation, creatively, spiritually, sexually. When we get to the Four of Wands, it's like, yeah, success. Now, it's not like the biggest success possible. It's not the period at the end of the sentence, but it is an opportunity to notice how far you've come and to identify what in your life has come to completion. You know, there's a quote I like to think about sometimes. It's like, remember when you were wishing for the things that you have in your life now? Like, we're so quick to forget about when we wanted something and now we have it. It's like you spent so many years pining for a relationship or pining for a job that satisfied you or a house of your own or to live in a city that you wanted. Now you have those things or you're there. And you forget that there was a whole period of your life where that wasn't there. You were working to make it happen, wanting it to come true. So I think that I'm talking about foundation and completion because that's really what this full moon in Pisces is inviting us into. So tomorrow night, full moon in Pisces. This is a big one, and the reason is because the moon is so connected to Pisces. In the tarot, the moon card in the major arcana is connected to Pisces. And the reason for that is because Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. It's the opposite of Virgo. They're polar signs. Virgo is here and now, physical reality, the practical building, and Pisces is the invisible world, the things you can't see, but they're both concerned with healing. And so the full moon, when the moon is literally at its fullest in Pisces, is an opportunity for you to feel yourself at the height of your own spiritual and psychic powers. But even more importantly, to notice how far you've come. What in your spiritual life, in your psychic development, in your creative life, in your own invisible world has come to completion? That's really what I think this full moon is trying to speak to us about. If you can really stop being a novice, being an amateur, telling yourself that you need to study more or you need to train more, you're ready now to complete that cycle and move forwards. And we're talking about hidden cycles. We're talking about emotional cycles. We're talking about Piscean cycles, which means you can't necessarily pin them down. Pisces are also very creative. So maybe this full moon is an acknowledgement that you've reached the end of a creative cycle. That project is done, it's completed. What's next? How are you going to build on it? It's almost like we're working backwards, right? Like the Four of Wands is the foundation. You need the foundation. And the Eight of Wands was the resurrection. So last week was this resurrection of an idea or a project or a relationship. And now it's like, what's the foundation you need to build? You need to make sure is in place in order to move that forwards. In addition to the full moon in Pisces, we have some other zodiac energies because we've got Venus moving into Libra and Mercury moving into Libra. So we're starting to move out of this full Virgo stellium energy. A stellium just being when you've got 3 or more planets in the same sign. So with Venus in Libra, she's thrilled. Libra is one of the signs that Venus rules. So Venus loves to be in Libra and she's gorgeous. She maybe shops a little too much. Maybe she's a little too concerned with beauty, but it's not just like superficial beauty. Venus at her highest octave in Libra is about beauty in the service of healing. That's where Virgo becomes Libra. Remember, the zodiac is a progression. The signs bleed into each other. And Mercury in Libra is speaking peace, speaking justice, and speaking beauty. Card is direct, and next week's card is direct too. So I think we're starting to feel some of that momentum now righting itself, finding some balance. The things we realized earlier on this season that needed to be healed are healed, okay? I have a teacher that says give yourself permission that whatever you're looking for could happen more quickly and more easily than you ever imagined possible. You see the wound yesterday, you heal it today, you're free tomorrow. It can happen that quickly. What gets in the way is you. So get out of your own way. Submit to the healing. look up at that gorgeous full moon in Pisces and put a period at the end of the sentence. What has completed in your life? Complete it, let it go, get ready for the new thing. And as always, I'm here to help. One-on-one readings, healings, don't be afraid to drop me a line. I'm not a Virgo, but I am of service in this world to this beautiful community, and I love to give you these weekly messages. I will see you all next week.